My name is Jeffrey. I'm the curator of this exhibition called PhotoARTAsia Expo2008. There are 11 artists in the show. They come from about 10 different countries. And they are all very well-known contemporary fine art artists.
My name is Piyatat Hematat. I'm from here, from Bangkok. It's called Welcome to Verb. And it's a series of photographs of lights that come through under different doors. And Jeffrey, he came to my show and then he introduced himself and he told me that he wanted to work together with me. Yeah. And that's why he asked me to participate. More series about, it really, for me, it reflects our society right now, you know, where we, as in Thai people, we lose a lot of our culture. Because of capitalism or whatever, you know, it's like influences from the East or elsewhere, the deterioration of our culture. But, you know, not saying that it's not like we lost it completely, you know, we still have the core, which is like what's left in the photograph, which is, it represents like hope. For me, it's all about like getting to the point. You know, what's I always kind of make my photograph what's ever not relevant. I try to basically darken it down, or you know, just leave whatever is supposed to be there. Yeah.
With the digital technology and digital camera, now everybody can take photographs. To be a really good photographer or an art photography artist, it's a very different story. How could people who are professional artists can sell their work for hundreds of thousands of baht or even million baht, and you will wonder why. We have here 11 different artists from different countries. It is not necessary because of their country background that the style of work are different. People find their niche, and every photographer has their own style, signature. Some photographers go for very abstract work, like an abstract painting, and some go for social issues.
All derived from motorcycles, or bits of motorcycles, varying degrees of darkness. I'm basically a painter, so my influences are abstract expressionism and pop art. And I think photography is not used enough as art. I'm tired of all these journalists. It's time for something that doesn't mean much. They are what you see, just bits of motorcycles trying to evoke something else. These, well, the curves. I mean, I like the curves, and they are. I think most motorcycle designers are male, so they have generally like female bodies, I guess. I don't know, but for me, I like the curves, and I like the light here is perfect for polarizing and just playing around with the shapes and colors that people don't usually notice. You know, there's so many motorbikes out there that people don't just focus in and look at a bit of a motorbike. It's just not done. They'd think you were clinically insane. So I do that. I sit on the side of the road and let the chaos go by and meditate into the lens and crop and take, you know, extract. This is a motorcycle seat, as you can see. It's a bolt. Just a bolt. Isn't it wonderful? It's just a bolt, but it's got so much colour around it. And this has got so much colour because the colour is limited. And all it is like a motorcycle seat. The same thing there. And that's It's not just the motorbike actually, it's the light that hits off of it, behind it, in front of it. It's the interplay of colours with the sunlight. Well, some of the more abstract ones don't look, you wouldn't know they were motorcycles at all. And that's irrelevant. The fact that it's a motorcycle is irrelevant. If I choose to do one thing and do it enough and enough, again and again and again, we will produce art. So in my case, it's just motorcycles, but for someone else, it might be a dog or a cat, I don't know. But for me, it's a motorcycle. I don't actually, no. There's so many Hondas and Suzukis in Bangkok that they tend to take precedence. And there's the macho thing with the other ones that isn't in them, you know, they're everybody's motorbikes, Hondas and Suzukis, but when you get to Harley Davidsons and this kind of thing, well, I don't know. That's a different thing, you know. But actually, it's irrelevant. It could be, in some cases, it's a tail light of a car. So there we have it. And eventually, I hope to do them bigger and bigger. The majority of them are done on Cibachrome, which is a very colourful kind of printing, which is obsolete now. So they're slightly different from these, but these are digital, but they're similar. You know.
I'm Chong, and I'm from Malaysia, and I've been doing photography for like past 10 years, and it's only like quite recent, like in these two, three years that I started doing fine art photography and started exhibition around Southeast Asia. It used to be a tuberculosis ward in Malaysia during the war, and it has been abandoned for the past like 30 years, 40 years, and surprisingly it's still there, the whole thing, and even the bed and stuff, they are still there. But funny thing is they have security to actually secure the whole place. I don't normally rearrange my stuff, so I just go in and then I just take program. Well, they are in daytime, as in like what time of day for this series at least is not really important, I guess. And I've been there like a few times, so most of them are daytime. There's no night shot or something like that.
I'm Ajay Rajgaria. I'm a Delhi-based photographer. I was an investment banker for a couple of years, after which I was a garment exporter for about 15 years. Photography was always a passion for me, but sometime in the beginning of last year I made it into a profession. So now I'm doing photography full-time. Well, actually, I was in Bangkok a few months back and I met Jaffe and Brian. Jaffe told me about this show, and I showed him some of my work and he was interested in my work. So we ended up exchanging a few emails. I sent him some work, he liked it, then he selected out of the work I sent to him, he selected these 5 images to show in this exhibition. Music has actually had a very strong influence in my work and in my life. In fact, I work under the brand name of Wonderwall, which is actually a song also. But yes, music for me has been a kind of anchor when things have not been going good. Even with this body of work, I'm really looking at, you know, finding beauty in the mundane, or finding hope in the dilapidated. So it is about hope where you don't see it. Music for me was always something which always gave you hope and always gave you some kind of encouragement and lifted your spirits. So my work is also about that, about looking at something which is totally mundane, which people would pass by on a daily basis, but did you look at it and you actually find some beauty in it. It's color for me, it's also the texture. I think there's, I mean, of course there is color in every photograph, but I also try to get some amount of texture in the photograph. So a lot of my work you will see some texture on the wall or on the door, or there'll be some play of texture over and above the color also.
Come around and around just like we break down with a fist and fall.
My name is Ajay Stevens. I'm German and I'm coming from Berlin. That's the place where I live regularly, but most of the time I stay in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, and from there I discover Southeast Asia. So I discover first of all Cambodia and the Angkor temples. That was the reason to come there actually. And then to go to Thailand, to Laos, to Vietnam, and to China. Once I met Jaffe, He wanted to see something from my work, and I showed it to him, and he invited me to join this project, and I was very happy to do that.